Good morning. Okay, so I understand that I should record a video now for the morning, so I'll do it. Even though I do it in like a grim heart. This is only for shaving. Don't worry. But yeah, it's in a strategic place. So yeah. So I do this like in really. I don't like. Because I'm maybe it's not true, but I'm so used to the situation that I need to prove that it's me. It's me. It's not him or who or he or that, and he's not there. And it's so many years now that I always need to prove that I'm myself. And enough. Get me out of this hell. Enough. So I'm working. I'm on actually painting. It will be acrylic, and it will be similar to what we've done here. I haven't done anything with actually rings yet. As far as material go, only gold, but even that is far from being completed. But this one will be conducted electrolysis, and also it will probably have like an AC current around it, like the one I did here. So we'll see how it goes as soon as possible. If I start to bleed, don't take it too seriously. It just says that I need to eat and then to put another plaster. So yeah, I promise I will create a portal, but I told you that it might only be today, not yesterday, because I knew that there is that to be done, and maybe I will not. I wouldn't manage to do it, but I will try. In any case, God also will do something that is immeasurably more impressive. He will create a gate for every person that needs to be transferred. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Yeah, God can do it. And I don't know how. So you ask, who requires transfer from here to Venus? Mostly Venusian women that did not find a place in Earth. That chose a very bad course of life in Israel, and they should return to where they come from. One of the most amazing things that with regards to the whole Venusian issue is that right from the start I understood that, according to some perverts and idiots in several intelligence communities in the West, there is like something of like a gender issue here, or maybe, I don't know, fight between the sexes, or I don't know, a proof to be made from a progressive point of view or from another point of view. Are you insane? It's a totally different place, different conditions, and the people that came from there here, they have their own set of conditions. I'm a slave in a Nazi state. What is got to do with chauvinism or feminism, or what? Like, that's... Get me out of prison. What are you even talking about? You do understand to what mental and physical abuse I'm constantly subjected to every day for so many years? Speaking about it in from political perspective is so naive that it's cool. It's cool. So God is going to send back many Venusian women to where they come from. I've never been there. I have no clue about the place. There is actually only one painting that I had, and I think it's kind of like a divination. But you tell me, I've never been there. It's called Mampang Fortress from the it's a reference to the book of Steve Jackson. There is no such a book, but it's from the fourth book in the sorcery series. Shite, I'm bleeding. So is it like that? And you can see the gate, and you can see that it's open. So the idea is that when the big, the relatively very big magnetic conductor will be ready, it will be connected to electricity. I need to find out how to to raise the amps, because I mean when I connected 45 watts, it jumped. I don't know why, but it's okay with 25 watts. Weird. So I mean the idea is that but there is another. I mean, for the gate to open, you also need Venus to be for some reason that I really don't know. I don't even know if it's symbolic or physical or both, but you have to be able to see Venus from Earth, which is actually very, very common because it's historically, since ancient time, it was known that, it's either, the morning star or the evening star, or some people knew that it's actually both, but you can see Venus, in high frequency, typically during those hours, like the morning and the evening. So that's where actually I can open the gate. I will be able when I'll solve all the scientific issues regarding electricity. And also you need like a painting, and it's not that simple because it's also got like its own symbolic language. So how can you identify a planet in the solar system? And it's actually very interesting. I researched it, like I investigated it maybe half a year ago, and actually Venus is the most difficult from all because there is countries around it, and I don't really know how it looks like. But this is the best that I have, and it's I painted it using divinations. You tell me if it's somewhat related. But it's like a whole symbolic language of how to identify. To actually like to model Venus. And then although there is if you want to open the gate, so you need like a painting that is better than this. This one is on paper because it was done in time that I still had like paper. Now I only use canvases for many reasons. Okay, so I don't want to take too much of your time. I will actually mention one more issue, which was featured in this blog so many times before that I've had enough of it, but it's important one, so I need to actually speak about it again, which is the issues of countries and flags and maps. So when I sit here, like in this room, and that's what I do because I'm a prisoner literally, and I walk, the pictures on the wall in front of me are part of the curse or the plague, or it can be good things as well. Here, this signifies myself. It's not a curse. It's blessing that I'm doing to myself. So there is not much place. So this is the whole paintings that participate in the curse. We'll back to them in a minute. And the wall behind me are the ones that are out of the course. Explicitly, of course. Painting of my daughters, and also we have here several flags of the United Kingdom, the Union Jack, and also a map of the United Kingdom. And here we've got plenty of things. We have several maps of the map of the United States, several maps of Israel, like apocalyptic map, not a realistic map, but and also several flags and the symbol of Israel and several paintings that that depict asteroids. So let's just put the issue of why do we need several copies that are not exactly the same, and when do we need two, when do we need three. It's a whole, I'm about to repeat it. I've spoken about it in the past. Let's leave it aside, but let's speak just about the most important stuff. Everybody knows that Israel should be destroyed, but why? The United States is better off than England, at least for now. If nobody will rescue me, all will die anyway, so it wouldn't matter. But the issue is that I knew that if the United States would wanted me, in any time during my life to actually be freed from the Nazi prison, they just could have done it without a problem. It was so easy for them. And also, I understood very quickly that Inbal, my ex-wife, her story of how she got their citizenship is very typical to many Israelis. So, it's easy to understand that it was actually fabricated by the Mossad or something. But it's actually a disgusting story because Israelis are disgusting. It's not something that she should be ashamed of. Because I mean, it's not that Israelis, I mean, when they are young, and many times they don't get visa because the Americans are, I mean, they had enough of this. But I mean, knowing what I know now, not only now, but several years ago, I understood that, I mean, it's impossible that Americans didn't know who exactly Ain Baren Moshe is. And if they later, I mean, fabricate a story where she lied to a federal judge, presumably she didn't really do it, of course, and did all sorts of like nasty stuff Israelis do when they want to get like citizenship. Because what I know about myself and about the intelligence community that surrounds me, it's certain that the United States actually coordinated her, I mean, at least during the time that she, I mean, received her citizenship and when she met me. It's imperative. It still doesn't mean that, I mean, like my father and my brother Uri and my wife Olga and Shir Perry, my ex-girlfriend, like them, they actually serve the United States government. I mean, they serve themselves. I mean, they are traitors in a way. But I mean, like as far as like affiliation goes, I mean, they belong to the United States, and it's not the same with Inbal, but certainly the Americans, I mean, operated there and knew about her. So they, I mean, adding 1 to 2 and to 3 to 4, I mean, the Americans are, they are, I mean, the root cause of why I'm here in the Nazi prison, because without them, the Israeli system would have collapsed many, I mean, probably already in the 1970s. Now, regarding England, I have no idea why they think of me as someone that relates to them, to the English people. I don't care being like ethnically British. I see it, I mean, you know, I'm really lenient with regards to like heritages and like ethnicities. I'm always like, if you actually follow me, you know that I claim to like belong to perhaps something like 20, I mean, Earth ethnicities, and they have stories that, I mean, corroborated, I mean, for all the 20. So, yeah, it's literature. But the main issue is, okay, so, I mean, why am I still in the Nazi prison? I mean, okay, I don't know even I want to know. Just get me out of here, me and my daughters. And if I'm still here, it means that they don't really care. But again, the English people, I mean, have one tentative. I mean, I don't know if it will hold. It depends on what they do. But they have one defense. Like for now, they can say, we cannot just, I mean, propose that you will come live in England, because, I mean, the Americans had big interest on you and you were already established it and you were selling yourself. So, I mean, and the Americans want you to be here. So we can only, I mean, our ends are tied. It's kind of an explanation. I don't really like it, but I mean, let's see. I mean, the important stuff is to get me out of the Nazi prison. So please get me out of the Nazi prison. Thank you very much.